We're asked to solve the following equation for x such that 2x squared plus 9x equals negative 4. Now the first step whenever we do any of this solving for basic quadratics is to get the equation equal to 0. So what we're going to do is we're going to add 4 to both sides of the equation so that we get 2x squared plus 9x plus 4 equals 0. So now that we've got that, we can factorize the expression and then use the null factor law to solve for x. So what we need to do is we need to look for two numbers that multiply together to give positive 4 and then add together to give positive 9. But we also need to take into consideration the 2 that's out the front of the x. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do this by inspection. So we're going to have 2x in the first bracket and x in the second. And when we multiply that out, we know that we get 2x squared. And now the factors of 4 is what we need to look at. So the factors of 4 are 1 and 4, 2 and 2. And now what we need to take into consideration is whatever number we put in the spot where that arrow points to is going to be doubled. So we want to get to positive 9 overall. So what we need to do is we need to pick the set of numbers from over this side that will give 9 when we put them inside here. So just by inspection, if we put plus 1 in the first and plus 4 in the second, you'll be able to see that we get 2x squared when we expand the first terms. The outer terms give plus 8x. The inner terms give plus x, and all up that's plus 9x. And then the last terms that we have in the FOIL expansion give the plus 4. So by inspection, we've now factorized the quadratic. And what we need to do now is use the null factor law to solve. So the null factor law says that if a times b equals 0, then a could equal 0, b could equal 0, or a and b could equal 0. So with that in mind, for this one we have 2x plus 1 could equal 0, or we could have x plus 4 could equal 0. So for the first one, if we subtract 1, we get 2x equals negative 1, and then divide by the coefficient of x, so divide by 2, and we get x is equal to negative 1/2. For the second one, we just need to subtract 4 from both sides, and that will give us x equals minus 4. So the solutions for the quadratic 2x squared plus 9x equals negative 4 are x equals negative 1/2 and x equals negative 4.